Professor Minalgiri will be chairing the discussion. Professor Minalgiri is an eminent philosopher, educationalist, and is a former member of Rajya Sabha. He retired as Vice Chancellor from NEHU. He also served as the Director of Indian Institute of Advanced Studies in Shimla. He has been a visiting professor in various universities all over the world. He was honored with Padma Bhushan for his contribution in the field of education and literature. He has a total of 7 publications to his studies, published from Oxford University Press and Rutgers, which include Identity and the Moral Life. Sir, it's our pleasure to have us with us today. And I request Secretary Sahitya Academy to felicitate Professor Minalgiri. And the other discussants session on Professor Anisul Rahman. I request Professor Anisul Rahman to come to us. He is a literary critic, translator, poet. He is currently senior advisor at Vecta Foundation. He has been a Shastri Fellow at the University of Alberta, Canada, and visiting scholar at Purdue University in the United States. He has published in the areas of comparative literature, translation, post-colonial studies with reference to literatures of South Asia, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. He has 4 books, 6 edited volumes, and 2 collections of modern Urdu poetry in English translation and anthology of poems in English to his credit. Sir, it's our pleasure to have you with us today for this discussion. The next discussion is Professor Girishwar Mishra. Sir, I request Professor Girishwar Mishra to come to the stage, and he is a former Vice Chancellor of Mahatma Gandhi Antarashtriya Vidyalaya. He has served as a President of National Academy of Psychology. He has also been editor of Journal Psychological Studies for 16 years. He is a recipient of Jawaharlal Nehru Award by the government of Madhya Pradesh. And next discussion is Dr. Gaurav Haridas. Gaurav Haridas is a Dr. Gaurav Haridas writes in Odia and has more than 70 books to his credits, which include novels, short story collections, beginners, catalogs, plays, and essays. Many of his works have been translated into English and other Indian languages. He has received Sahitya Academy Award, Odisha Sahitya Academy Award, Sahitya Academy Translation Prize. And our next discussion, Shiv Narayan. He's a professor of Shri Aurobindo Mahila College, Patliputra Vishwavidyalaya, Patna. He has 46 publications to his credit in various genres. Most of them are criticism and also poetry collections, short story collections. He has also been editor of many literary journals, including Chintan Siljan and Naidhara from Patna. And our final discussion is Professor T.V. Kattimani. He is a renowned personality in the field of literature and higher education. Kattimani has translated many literary and non-literary works from Kannada into Hindi, Hindi into Kannada, Gujarati into Kannada, and English to Hindi. He is currently serving as a first Vice Chancellor of Central Tribal University of Andhra Pradesh, and he was the former Vice Chancellor of Indira Gandhi National Tribal University at Amarkantak. So I request Secretary Sahitya Academy to felicitate all of them with the darshan, all the panelists. Now I request Dr. K. Srinivasa, Secretary Sahitya Academy, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Rajmohan. Respected Professor Minal Miliji, eminent philosopher, writer, and scholar, all the participants of this program, and friends. I'm glad to welcome all of you for this panel discussion on education and creativity. As I mentioned yesterday in one of our sessions, this is also a very new session in our Festival of Letters. We never had a discussion on this particular subject, though it is very much needed. So this is the first time we have added this segment into our festival. Our friends, the debates around what creativity is and whether all learning is a creativity are age-old and ongoing too. But one thing is clear, we have progressed from the belief of the ancients that creativity was the gift from the gods and the chosen few. All the scholars assembled here will be aware that during 20th century, with the rapid advancement of science and technology, many attempts were made to establish the link between learning and creativity. Generally speaking, the purpose of education is to provide knowledge and also to enhance creativity among young people. Education systems formulated in such a way that they trigger creativity among students tend to be the most balanced system. But which aspect of education will enhance creativity among students? Is it the innovative methods or complete ecosystem of education or overall environment which includes family and social relationships too? From one's experience, one may conclude that the grades do not reflect the level of learning and overall creativity of the students. If such an inference is acceptable, then obviously the focus would shift to creating such a culture in the classrooms that can enhance the creativity among the students. It has also been seen that some environments that are challenging bring out best from some sections of the students who innovate and succeed, but the same challenging environments can frighten and prevent the growth of some others. Many a times, independence can flower the intrinsic talent of anyone, and students need not be an exception. And independence and freedom can be good markers to study of the effluence of creativity in students. Further, creativity and talent can come out in different directions and different paths. That brings back the question of independence in the education system to both teachers and students. This particular segment we have added to the festival, keeping in view of our government of India's new education policy. So I'm sure our learned panelists and also chair himself is such a learned educationist in the country will throw something about our new education policy also while discussing this. Thank you so much. Now I request the chair to take over the session. Will you speak from here or you can? Okay, right.
Thank you very much. Dr. Srinivas Rao, very distinguished panelists here. Professor Anishwar Rahman, Professor Krishna Mishra, Gaurav Das, Professor Srinarayan, and Professor Katimuri, members of the audience. I'm greatly, truly greatly honored to have been invited to thought this panel discussion in this very august place. Sahitya Academy has done wonderful work over the ages, and in the last 10, 12 years, I think it has flourished. It has done many new things, and this is one of the new things, of which we have the privilege of being participants. Well, we have the very distinguished panelists with us. They will talk to us about the link or the possible between learning, particularly school learning, and learning at the higher levels of education, like in colleges or universities. And where it is no longer learning when you're doing research. But there also, I think, the state of research in our universities is such that there also we need to know something about creativity and how to make your research creative and not just reproductive. Even if it is reproductive, a reproductive research can throw out something new. But can we go beyond reproduction even in research? I think these are questions that will have to be addressed by the panelists. But to begin with, I just would like to make a few remarks about creativity. I think when we talk about creativity, we distinguish creativity from one skill. Then we distinguish creativity from talent. Somebody may be very skillful in something. A footballer may be very extremely skillful in his football, but he may not have much talent. Let's say playing as a member of a team, that requires talent. Teamwork, that requires skill as well as talent. You may not have much talent. Similarly, in academics, you may have a very skillful draftsman who can draft a letter, can draft a proposal with wonderful style, but yet he may lack the talent of saying something which is striking, which only a talented person. So we distinguish between talent and skill, and of course, then creativity. Creativity is different both from talent and skill. Creativity is something we have. We kind of delve into the resources that we have as skillful persons and talented persons and produce something new, a new way of looking at things. That is creativity. And neither being skillful nor being talented ensures that you are also creative. And then we have another category. This is the class of categories which are kind of the individual members of which are related to one another very closely. And the last member of this category that I would like to mention is the idea of the genius. The genius is not just skillful. The genius may not be skillful at all in many respects. He's not just talented, not just creative, but he transcends all this. The genius. The genius, as it were, kind of, he focuses his lens on a particular object in such a way that we get a profound insight into whatever it is that he's giving to us with his aid. So that is the genius. And there are too many geniuses around. Most of the people we respect in academics, in this sciences and so on, there's talented, but we have very few geniuses. If we look at our own country, I'll give you just two examples of genius. One is Tagore. Tagore is, you see, not all of Tagore is good. Some of Tagore is very kind of commonplace. But some of it is absolutely fantastic. It is something only a genius could have produced. I think of some of his songs, not that it is long good, but some of his songs. And the thing about the song is that it's a kind of combination, a kind of skillful combination of tune, of words, and of melody. And in this, Tagore is absolutely master. And then, in this combination of, tune, melody, and words, you sometimes see something which is absolutely striking, which is something that nobody has done it in this particular way. Somebody else might have done it, but not in this particular way. I can think of two of the songs. I don't know if there's anybody there who is familiar with because she done it. One of the songs that I put in this category is Akash Bada, Shukara, Tahari Madu, Afghani, Asian. So this is one song, which I don't know the translation to English, but if you know Bengali, you know the depth. The depth only a genius can get. And then I would like to mention another example that I would like to take you is that of Gandhi. Gandhi's transformation of the Gita of Sri Gita, he got hold of one or two chapters of the Gita and he transformed our thinking about morality. And this essence of Gita, as Gandhi would call it, is the non-instrumentality of the modern life. Morality must be non-instrumental. If you think of it, and then if you think seriously about it, you go deep into it, you see that it puts it to a completely different perspective of our morality. Away from politics, away from institutional arrangements and so on. It's completely different life, non-instrumental. I will take a simple example. I will take some of the virtues. For instance, kindness is a virtue. Helping kindness is a virtue. But helping instrumentally, that is, with the idea of getting something in return from the person that you are helping, that's not help at all. That's not help. So if you think of this as the kind of cornerstone of your moral thinking has totally transformed. So I take these examples, two examples of genius, not just creative, but genius. So now, link all this into our educational system. Why is it that we have not produced? It is very difficult for us to look for even a few handful of creative thinkers in different areas of academic areas in our country in the last 100 years or so. And certainly not geniuses. I will be extremely darkly kind of pessimistic about this, but this is my view. Now I would like our panel to discussion of creativity and education. Professor Anisul Rahman, to begin. And I think we give 15 minutes to each. Sorry? 10 minutes. Sorry.
Namaskar, Adab, good morning. Friends, we have just heard a few thoughts from a philosopher of our times and a very distinguished person that we have had, and we have listened to him on several occasions. But here on education and creativity, he has to share some of his thoughts, and at the end, he has spoken of the genius and identified too. And also known that there haven't been many that we can boast of or think about. I understand the hall where we are is named after a person who is one of those that fall in the line of the genius. After all, how is it that we went back so deep in the past to remember this name and to decade and to establish a hall in his name so that we can develop these courses here? This is such a topic about which, when I started thinking, I thought that it was a little difficult to connect the two. And some of the participants who are here and others who read the notice also asked me as to how do you connect education with creativity? Because how does education admit creativity? Because education is something given, and you follow that, you cull from that, you learn from that, and you follow a path that is already given there. So, in spite of that, I think there is a lot of uh, lots of issues on which we can connect both together, that is education and how education can be creatively taught and creatively learned. And that is the crux of the matter where I would like to say, share a few words and a few thoughts about that. Uh, what is education? Basically, we all know about that. One need not say spend time on that because there are others who are going to speak and we have limited time always in a symposium or a seminar. But who is an educated person is more important for us to understand. The moment we understand who is an educated person and who is not by default or so, probably helps us to understand what is creativity also. I'm just looking at the poems. I will not be able to elaborate because we have very limited time scale on us. Similarly, another question comes before us, what is it that you call creativity? सृजनात्मक है ना? This is what we call. So, सृजन कैसे करते हैं? How do you create something? तख्लीक कैसे करते हैं? God created this universe. And in 7 days and in a moment also, that is how it was. So was that a kind of a creativity, the original creativity that God has given to us, and how we have been imitating that creativity that God gave and that demonstrated by creating this whole universe. So creativity is a huge creativity, or a creative person is a very huge say, thesis to speak about and to think of, and during the time given to us that may not be possible finally. So the relationship between education and creativity, that is how we can think about a little more elaborately in the light of the basic ideas that I have to try to put before you. Definition of creativity as far as it say definition of education as far as the education, the way we understand education is that it increases our potential. It increases our क्षमता जिसको आप कहते हैं वो उसको बढ़ा देता है. It increases our potential. It makes us responsible and it helps us know one's own self. So there is an old line, know then thyself, presume not God to scan. The proper study of mankind is man. इंसान अपने आप को समझ ले, मानव अपने आप को समझ ले, यही बहुत बड़ी एजुकेशन है. This is the biggest of education that we can think of. And that is how we start from your own self and reach out to others to understand you. आप हमारे सामने बैठे, हम आपको कैसे समझते हैं? So the first is that you know yourself and then you are in a position to. So there is a comparative perspective that comes into it. And in a land which has 24 languages, and I'm speaking from a platform, Sahitya Academy, which has so many languages and thousands of dialects in our rich country. So how do you understand each other comparatively? That is a very basic question that you at Sahitya Academy are trying to address for decades, and that is one of the important concerns that we have in India. So education basically is what you are imparting to us, Sahitya Academy. Sahitya Academy, you are teaching us and you are telling us how to interact with each other linguistically, culturally, phonetically, otherwise also. So this is how I understand the area of creativity and the area of education join hands together and take us forward to the understanding of the basic philosophy of life. I understand that there are two ways. I need not emphasize upon that: formal education and non-formal education. I need not speak about formal education. Professor Mary has been a vice chancellor. I have been an academic and works in positions which are administrative positions, otherwise known also. So one knows about that. But non-formal part of education is a very important part of education through which you know things better and you know things creatively also. I'm just hinting at the points, cannot elaborate upon that. But how do you learn? I understand this is the basic for us to understand that we learn first from the mother, then we learn from the guru, and third we learn from the phenomenon. ये जो सृष्टि है उससे हम सीखते हैं. सबसे बड़ा टीचर जो हमारा जो शिक्षक है वो सृष्टि, ये phenomenon जिसको आप कहते हैं. And before that you have the guru, the teacher, and that is why you have the great guru shishya parampara, in which you have the Shruti and the other traditions of Smriti and the Shruti tradition. I need not go into it. So that has been a long history in our country. We have to be proud about that, how education has been imparted. And in all those modes of education, creativity has been a part and parcel of it. Education is enabling and it's also ennobling. It enables us and it ennobles us. That is very important for us to understand. It helps us develop a sense of distinction and a sense of discrimination, how you discriminate one with the other. Long time back, when a student of PE, I was given a book by Dennis Thompson. The title of the book was Reading and Discrimination. You read anything, but how do you discriminate one text from the other? So how do you discriminate one phenomenon from the other? If there is a creativity in our minds or in our souls, in our hearts, then we are in a position to discriminate. Discrimination is wrongly understood to be a very low-grade word, something which is not very happy. Discrimination is something which helps you understand things better. So creativity and education both teach us how this discrimination takes place. And this education, which is earned by rote, by learning, by memorizing, is not what allows any kind of creativity. Creativity, in fact, asks for freedom. But let me share a few thoughts about creativity itself, and there I will stop to make space for other speakers here. Creativity involves imagination, basically. This is the thesis I want to put forward. And if you look about imagination, what imagination actually means, we as the students of English literature have been taught, and others also we know very well, that there are two ways of looking at things. How do you imagine things? One is a very secondary kind of imagination, primary imagination, and then there's the secondary imagination. This is by Coleridge. So for a primary imagination, this bottle is just a bottle and nothing more than that. But in secondary imagination, this bottle is an ocean where you have water and you can sip it drop by drop endlessly till your life is there. So who reaches that stage of the secondary imagination to consider this bottle as ocean? A person who is creative can think of this metaphorical terms. First, as a simile, he will look at it. ये पानी उस पानी से अच्छा है जो बाहर बह रहा है. This is one way of looking at this water. Then this simile turns into a metaphor, that this is the metaphor through which you can not only quench your thirst, but also bring some kind of a solace to your soul. You beyond that, if you go, you will develop it as a symbol. This water will become a symbol. This bottle will become a symbol for you. And beyond that, if you go beyond that power of symbol, then you create myths. A creative person creates myths of life. He crosses the boundaries of all these boundaries of the primary imagination. So from simile to metaphor to symbol to myth, and these are the stages. So creativity makes a space for you to pass from one stage of awareness to another stage of awareness. A creative person is fanciful. Fanciful is not a very healthy word in that sense. Fanciful is that you just weave dreams, but by dreams you arrive at reality. So being fanciful is also very important. A creative person is imaginative apart from being fanciful. We have to distinguish between fancy and imagination. A creative person is very energetic, and a creative person is also who is very playful. So on the one hand, he is fanciful, and on the other hand, he is playful. But at the other, but still, he has so many ways of establishing his playfulness through something very concrete that he hands over to us, and it comes to us from generation to generation. So the Bridgeries remember that idea. This creative person is very proud on the one hand, but it's also very humble on the other hand. So this creativity is something which fulfills us and keeps us guiding from a stage to a stage in our lives, day in, day out, night and day. And it helps us go from one new place to another new place. So new to newer you go on. Creativity is an stimulant. It stimulates you. It takes you further and further. It propels you. And it keeps on pinching you to move forward, and that is how you explore the world which is still unexplored. That is why you say that you can connect the time, the very moments of time between past, present, and future, and you keep on exploring. I remember the very famous four lines from four quartets: time past and time present are perhaps more present in the time future, and time future contained in the time past. This is how time follows, and this is how we as creative persons keep on filling the gaps and figure there. As you click the photos here, similarly, these are parts of the memory of that time, and ultimately they create a larger picture, a larger album of memories, and through that you understand how it works. So creativity stimulates, it generates new methods, and it evolves the self, and it helps evolve solve the issues. A creative genius, now the question is whether it's a born genius or a cultivated genius. Both ways it happens. You have to cultivate, and some are born. So the hall which you are sitting here, I don't not much. Say I was trying to look at the sources, and I found that not much is known about even the birth and the education that the person after whom this hall has been named. How did he educate himself? I understand through the sparks of genius he educated himself, and that is how after thousands of years you remember his name, and after his name you have this hall dedicated. So creativity defies age, it defies tribes, it defies locations, and it is pervasive. And that is how education becomes a part of it. So creativity is not divorced at all from education. It is very much a part and parcel of education. Call it a non-formal education. Do all inventors really become creative that way? Imagine the person who invented a toy. जिसने सबसे पहले कोई खिलौना बनाया, आप सोचिए जरा कितना बड़ा माइंड रहा होगा. Because he entered into the psyche of a kid, of a child, and tried to understand how this child is going to be enamored by what I am going to produce. तो उसने जब खिलौना बनाया तो उसने अपने आप को एक बच्चा बना लिया था. ये क्रिएटिविटी से पैदा हुआ. But at the same time he was also educating himself as well as the subject that he is going to address. 4 years, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. So the toy is also different from age to age. So your creativity makes it possible for you. Friends, I do not want to take time. There are many things to talk about, but I stop here because there are other persons here. Thank you very much.
I think you have the panel is speaking one after the other, and then we shall have maybe I might be able to say one again. So, Professor Girisha Mishra.
नमस्कार. साहित्य अकादमी के इस आयोजन में जिस विषय को लेकर के चर्चा हो रही है वो समाज और समाज के भविष्य इन दोनों से जुड़ा हुआ है. मैं इस विषय को चुनने के लिए अकादमी के अध्यक्ष का अभिनंदन करता हूं. या और भी महत्वपूर्ण है कि आज की जो चर्चा हो रही है उसकी अध्यक्षता प्रोफेसर मीरी कर रहे हैं. जो पिछला नेशनल करिकुलम फ्रेमवर्क 2005 में बना था उसमें एम्स ऑफ एजुकेशन पर पोजीशन पेपर आपने तैयार किया था. और आज जो नई शिक्षा नीति बन रही है उसके निर्माताओं के दल के एक प्रमुख सदस्य प्रोफेसर कट्टीमणि, उसके दूसरे पैनलिस्ट हैं यहाँ पर वो उपस्थित हैं। मैं इन दोनों का विशेष अभिनंदन करता हूँ। जिन लोगों को शामिल किया गया है वो अपने अपने विषय के मर्मज्ञ में है, मैं उन सबका भी अभिनंदन करता हूँ। मित्रों, मैं 2-3 बातें आपसे साझा करना चाहता हूँ और उसके लिए मैं कालिदास का एक बड़ा परिचित श्लोक आपके सामने रखूंगा। वागर्थाविव संपृक्ता वागर्थ प्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वंदे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। वाक और अर्थ, शब्द और अर्थ, इन दोनों का जो जोड़ है वो इस श्लोक में उन्होंने याद किया है। और मैं इसका उल्लेख इसलिए कर रहा हूँ कि क्रिएटिविटी और एजुकेशन का भी रिश्ता इसी तरह का है। जो शब्द और अर्थ का है वही रिश्ता क्रिएटिविटी और एजुकेशन का है। अगर एजुकेशन में क्रिएटिविटी नहीं है तो वह निरर्थक है। उसकी सार्थकता के लिए आवश्यक है कि वह क्रिएटिव हो। एजुकेशन का हम यहाँ पर एक सीमित अर्थ ले रहे हैं जिसका उल्लेख साहित्य अकादमी के माननीय मंत्री सचिव ने उल्लेख किया था उसका कि हमारी जो नई शिक्षा नीति है उसे भी ध्यान में रखा जाए। और इस तरह विचार की परिधि जो है वो फॉर्मल एजुकेशन, औपचारिक शिक्षा तक सीमित हो जाती है। एक मजेदार तथ्य है, मैं मनोविज्ञान का विद्यार्थी रहा हूँ और क्रिएटिविटी पर थोड़ा पढ़ा लिखा भी है। उसकी इंटरनेशनल हैंडबुक के लिए जो कैम्ब्रिज यूनिवर्सिटी से पब्लिश हुई थी, हमने एक अध्याय भी लिखा था। एक रोचक तथ्य यह है कि एजुकेशन और क्रिएटिविटी के बीच में बहुत कमजोर रिश्ता है। बहुत सारी बड़ी लंबी लिस्ट है ऐसे लोगों की जो कि फॉर्मल एजुकेशन में नहीं गए, छोड़ करके भाग गए और वो बहुत प्रभावी सृजनात्मक व्यक्ति के रूप में स्थापित हुए। उसकी लिस्ट बहुत लंबी है, भारत में भी बाहर भी आप उसको देख सकते हैं। शिक्षा और सृजनात्मकता का रिश्ता बड़ा कमजोर है, भारत में और बाहर भी। भारत में कुछ ज्यादा ही, और ये कई कारणों से है और मुझे लगता है कि उनकी ओर हमें ध्यान देना चाहिए। हमारी जो औपचारिक शिक्षा की व्यवस्था है वह कब शुरू हुई और किस तरह से शुरू हुई वह इतिहास की बात है, लेकिन इतना तो स्पष्ट ही है कि वह एक साम्राज्यवादी उपनिवेशवादी दृष्टिकोण वाले अंग्रेज राजा द्वारा अपने काम के लिए चालू की गई थी। और यहाँ की जो व्यवस्था थी उसको निरस्त कर दिया गया, पोस्टपोन कर दिया गया, दूर कर दिया गया। यहाँ की जो ज्ञान की परंपरा थी उसको खारिज कर दिया गया और एक नए तरह की पूरी व्यवस्था स्थापित की गई। और साथ ही साथ यह भी हुआ कि हमारे मन में ये भाव पैदा कर दिया कि यहाँ का जो कुछ ज्ञान है, पढ़ाई है, वो सब व्यर्थ है। So we have developed aversion towards everything which is Indian. जो कुछ भारत का है वो व्यर्थ, and we became consumers of the West. हमारी आज की जो शिक्षा की व्यवस्था है वो पूरी तरह से पाश्चात्य ज्ञान को उपभोग करने वाले एक इंस्टीट्यूशन के रूप में विकसित हुई है और ये निरंतर बात बढ़ती रही है। और वहां पर यह एक कठिनाई पैदा हुई है कि उस सारी प्रक्रिया को जिस दृष्टिकोण से लागू किया गया था वहां पर क्रिएटिविटी उसका उद्देश्य था ही नहीं। बाबू पैदा करना उसका उद्देश्य था, अपने लिए सहायक पैदा करना उद्देश्य था। भारत में वेद, ज्ञान, विद्या, ये सब एक परिवार के शब्द हैं। और सच कहिए तो शिक्षा का अर्थ ही है परिष्कार, बदलाव, परिवर्तन। और यदि यह नहीं है तो शिक्षा है ही नहीं। तभी तो कहा गया विद्या विहीना पशु। और इस विद्या की रेंज भी बड़ी व्यापक सोची गई। और हमारे आदरणीय अध्यक्ष तो दर्शन के विद्वान हैं, शिक्षा शास्त्री भी हैं और विश्वविद्यालय भी चलाया है और नाना प्रकार की परिधि उन्होंने देखी है। तो जो ज्ञान की रेंज है वो यहाँ काफी व्यापक है। परा और अपरा विद्या की भी बात होती है। कैसे कहते हैं कि कालिदास जो है वो क्रिएटिव नहीं थे या वेद जो है वो क्रिएटिविटी के परिणाम नहीं थे। ऑल दीज आर प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफ सम क्रिएटिव स्पिरिट। तो रचनात्मकता और सृजनशीलता की यह व्याख्या अगर कादम्बरी को आप रचनात्मकता का प्रमाण नहीं मानेंगे तो किसे आप मानेंगे? यह प्रश्न बड़ा गंभीर है कि शिक्षा जो है वो पूरी तरह से रचनात्मकता के विरोध में चली जाती है। हम शिक्षा में स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन, मानकीकरण, प्रश्न के पूछने की मनाही, इंक्वायरी नहीं, और सृजनात्मकता का तो प्रश्न ही है कि मौलिकता कैसे है, ओरिजिनलिटी कैसे है, नॉवेल्टी कैसे है। दूसरी चीज जो है कि नॉवेल्टी केवल नॉवेल्टी के लिए नहीं, वो उपयोगी भी होनी चाहिए, वो रेलेवेंट भी होनी चाहिए, तब उसको हम क्रिएटिव मानते हैं। तो सृजनात्मकता की जो दृष्टि है वह औपचारिक शिक्षा बांध करके परिसीमित कर देती है, उसको एक ऐसे व्यवस्था में रख देती है कि आप एक ही ढंग से कर सकते हैं। अभी हल्का सा उल्लेख किया गया था, लेकिन मुझे लगता है यह हमको परीक्षण करने की जरूरत है कि जितना ही ज्यादा हम रोट मेमोराइजेशन, रटने के आधार पर सीखने की बात पर बल देंगे, परीक्षा में उसी पर आप बल देंगे, उसका परिणाम क्या होगा हमारे सामने है। आज अगर क्रिएटिविटी का कोई इंडेक्स निकाला जाए तो हम बहुत पीछे हैं। नोबेल प्राइज भारत में रह करके जिन लोगों को मिली वो तब जबकि भारत स्वतंत्र नहीं था। स्वतंत्र होने के बाद जिन लोगों को मिली वो भारत से बाहर अमेरिका में जाकर के रहे और वहां पर उनको काम करके और उनको नोबेल प्राइज मिला। तो सृजनात्मकता का एक तो दृष्टिकोण है कि वो व्यक्ति की विशेषता है, इट्स एबिलिटी, वह जीनियस के रूप में है, वह नैसर्गिक प्रतिभा के रूप में है। दूसरा पक्ष है कि सृजनात्मकता एक प्रोसेस है, प्रक्रिया है। हम हुनर सीखते हैं, स्किल डेवलप करते हैं। और तीसरा पक्ष है वह परिवेश जो कि सृजनात्मकता को अवसर देता है। विद्यालय, विश्वविद्यालय ऐसा परिवेश होना चाहिए आइडियली, आदर्श रूप में, जो सृजनात्मकता को अवसर दे। परंतु हमने जिस जकड़बंदी में शिक्षा को रख छोड़ा था अभी तक निरंतर, वहां पर क्रिएटिविटी की गुंजाइश निरंतर कम होती चली गई। हमने एक से एक प्रतिबंध लगाए हैं, नियम लगाए हैं, ऐसा होना चाहिए, ऐसा होना चाहिए। जो उन्मुक्तता होनी चाहिए विचार करने की, प्रश्न पूछने की, नए ढंग से सोचने की, we need imagination, we need emphasis on discovery, we need certain degree of tolerance of risk, we need providing opportunity to do mistakes, तभी जाकर के क्रिएटिविटी पैदा होती है। अगर आप साहित्य अकादमी में जो साहित्य की रचनात्मकता का आदर करने वाली संस्था है, वहाँ अगर आज विचार कर रहे हैं तो मुझे लगता है कि इस उन्मुक्तता के पक्ष पर भी हमको विचार करना पड़ेगा। हम 2 मिनट और लगेंगे, ज्यादा नहीं, केवल 2 मिनट। सॉरी। तो शिक्षा की जो प्रक्रिया हमने स्वीकार की वह कहीं न कहीं रचनात्मकता के विरोध में गई। नई शिक्षा नीति शायद पहली बार मुखर रूप से, क्योंकि पिछली शिक्षा नीति और नेशनल करिकुलम फ्रेमवर्क में मैंने खोजा, उसमें कहीं क्रिएटिविटी का स्थान नहीं है, उसके लक्ष्यों में क्रिएटिविटी का स्थान नहीं था। एक जगह उल्लेख है कि क्रिएटिविटी से संबंधित सामग्री का उपयोग किया जाएगा। In the aims of education, there is no statement about bringing creativity as a major component in the process of education. For the first time, new education policy 2020 talks about creativity, innovation, and tries to bring that by several or through several measures. और मैं समझता हूँ उसके बारे में विस्तार से बात प्रोफेसर कट्टीमनी करेंगे। मैं उनसे आशा करता हूँ कि वो प्रकाश डालेंगे। लेकिन जब हम अपनी भाषा में सोचने के लिए, पढ़ने के लिए अवसर देंगे, भारत जैसे बहुभाषी देश में इसकी आवश्यकता है। उस सृजनात्मकता का हमको आदर करने की जरूरत है, तभी सृजनात्मकता का विकास होगा। आज जो नई शिक्षा नीति आई है उसमें प्रतिभा को व्यक्त होने के नए नए आयाम समझे गए हैं, रेखांकित किया गया है। विद्यार्थी अलग अलग कॉम्बिनेशन ले सकता है, उसमें वो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है जो कि यह अवसर देती है कि प्रतिभा का जिस तरह प्रस्फुटन हो सके, व्यक्त किया जा सके, वह हो सके। पर यह तभी संभव होगा जब हम ऐसी व्यवस्था उपलब्ध कराएं विद्यालयों में, विश्वविद्यालयों में, जहां पर प्रश्नाकुलता हो, जहां पर यह अवसर हो कि आप नए ढंग से विचार कर सकें, प्रयोग कर सकें, तभी अभिव्यक्ति का अवसर मिलेगा और तभी सृजनात्मकता आ सकेगी। सा विद्या या विमुक्त कहने से काम नहीं चलेगा। विद्या को जिस चकड़बंदी में रखा गया है उससे मुक्त करने की आवश्यकता है। इट रिक्वायर्स autonomy in the functioning of our educational system, creating the necessary infrastructure, the support system, and allowing, इस बात का अवसर मिलना चाहिए कि आप अलग अलग ढंग से सोच सकें, उसको आदर दिया जाए, तभी शिक्षा में वह आवश्यक परिवर्तन आ सकेगा, जबकि वह सृजनात्मक हो सकेगी। मजेदार बात यह है कि अब तो क्रिएटिव एजुकेशन यह शब्द चल पड़ा है, इसका इंटरनेशनल जर्नल शुरू हो गया है। शिक्षा की ये जो कठिनाई है, वह विरोध में चली जाती है सृजनात्मकता के, इसको दूर करना शिक्षा के हित में, समाज के हित में अत्यंत आवश्यक है। मैं अपनी बात यही समाप्त करता हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
May I now request Professor Gaurav Vidya.
Esteemed Chair, Professor Imran Devi, Professor Anishwar Rahman ji, Professor Girish Mishra ji, Honorable Professor Narayan ji, and Professor G.P. Khattimani ji, President of Sahitya Academy, Professor Madhav Joshi ji, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes I am tempted to speak in Hindi when I look at Madhav Joshi and Chittaranjan Mishra ji. Somehow I become nervous. If I am asked to reply in a single line about education and creativity, my answer would have been, I get education from teachers and creativity from the nature. Let me start with a very
small story which I think all of you might know anyway. A busy father comes back from his office with a bunch of files. There's some pending files who want to finish up this work at home. But there waits his 7-year-old daughter to play with his father. As when his father will come, they will play together. When she approaches her father, father says, "Wait a while, let me finish my work." But the baby is obstinate. "No, I want to play right now." So father comes out with an idea. He picks up a magazine, so will get to their outlook. As a center square, there is a map of world map is that Pacific Manchitra. Let's say. And he turns these 2 pages into several pieces and hands over these pieces to his daughter. Here is a puzzle for you. You shall write this world map. As soon as you finish this work, we can play it. The father thinks that it will take her daughter minimum half an hour. He doesn't know where the Argentina is, or America, or Brazil, or China. So it will be a puzzle for her. The father should open the file and lo and behold, after 5 minutes, the daughter comes back. What happened? Did you finish work? Yes, it is finished. The father somehow really surprised. How could my little daughter finish this work? Join the map, pieces of world map so soon. He had a look at the map and it was perfectly okay. The father asked the daughter, "How did you do this?" It was simple. I didn't look at the pages which contains the map. I looked at the reverse page of that magazine page. There is a picture of a boy. So I joined the clips of hand and legs and heads, and when I got it back, put it aside. Soon, the whole thing was there. So that is creativity, if we say, for a 7-year kid, 7-year child. But you cannot do creativity if it is of my age or the age a little higher. Creativity means having original idea that is useful. It can relate to any activity, not necessarily to writing poem, writing essays, stories, or novels. It can relate to any activity and any subject. Learning and creativity are intrinsically linked. Let me cite another example. I have borrowed this from an article by Dr. Rashid Ali. The origin of the bullet train in Japan started very unique. The story goes like this. When Japanese engineers proudly unveiled the latest model of bullet train, they did not anticipate the downside of speed. The new train came zooming out of tunnel so fast that it created a sonic boom. Neighbors from half a kilometer, they complained to administration. The sound was clearly out of regulation, putting the new train at risk of being decommissioned. The company engineer studied the problem. He recognized that the sound was a result of the train hitting higher air pressure outside when it emerged from a tunnel. जैसे सूरज से बाहर निकलता है, इसका आवाज बढ़ जाता है. He went in search of an analogy or a similar experience that would help him study something that moved seamlessly at high speed from a low pressure environment into high pressure one. From a researcher point of view, that can mean looking at things in a way people have not looked at before. There are several engineers, but imagination is more important than knowledge, quoting Einstein. That engineer, Nakashu, was also a bird watcher. He knew that a kingfisher could enter the water without creating a ripple. The long weighted shape of its beak allowed it to move seamlessly from air to water. He redesigned front of the train, the bullet train, to mimic the kingfisher's weight. The connection made not only resolve the noise problem, but also made the train use 15% less electricity and travel 10% faster. That was another example of creativity. Creativity is unprecedented perception, intuition, I talked about saying, original thought in all its forms, different from a class or an isolated point. It is also part of a defining process, the analysis and synthesis of things. Inseparable from the impetus, creativity process to implement effectively on reality without being afraid of the associated risk. However, creativity is not enough on its own, alongside force and commitment. The executive moment cannot indeed be missing, supported by serving will, research, and organization. Therefore, creativity and innovation, marks of the future, are constantly reminiscent of each other, and to cultivate one is to empower the other, whether it is art, design, or any kind of entrepreneurship. Everyone is creative and gifted. Some people say the artists are only gifted, poets are only gifted, they are only creative. No, there are certain myths about creativity. We all of us are born with immense natural talent, but by the time we are being through schools and education, too many of us have lost touch with them. Basi Sarkar of the European Training Foundation eyes, formal education is a controversial dual rule regarding human creativity. It simultaneously kills and cultivates it. मेरे पहले साल में बता रहे थे, you have standardized it. There is no way out of it, but I am not contradicting. Why standardization has become necessary? Because we have the same pattern of exam. If there will be a common exam, curriculum has to be standardized. And why we are making our kids educated? Not for writing poetry or making art, or designing anything to get a job. For job market demand a particular approach. They cover with that as students progress from year to year in school, the academic orientation, teaching and learning becomes dominant. It overrides play and personal exploration that characterize early years of schooling. The question is, do schools feel creativity? Do schools feel creativity? This has been a more debated issue throughout the history of formal education, and there are arguments both in favor and against this. Some of the academicians open that music, visual arts, drama, and design are seen as domains of the that develop students' creative ability. A vast majority of students' time in school is spent sitting quietly and receiving information from teachers. However, thinking that developing creative thinking and skill is a business of drawing music and dance, as you were mentioning, is a very limited perspective. If creativity means having original idea that is useful, it can relate to any activity in school and any subject in the syllabus, even mathematics. Human beings have always been creative. The fact that we have survived on the planet is a testament to this statement. How do we survive? Because human beings have developed creativity, adaptability. Everyone has some creative talent, and the schools are not only places which bring talent from the genius. As it was we said, a number of world-renowned scientists, dancers, and thinkers discovered that natural talent only after leaving school. We are discussing about Rabindranath Tagore. I did not elaborate more. It is important that students are aware of the components, and in Odisha we have Manmohan Sundari, a didn't happen in formal school. It is important that students are aware of the components that make up creativity, but it is also critical that students understand what creativity is not, what is not creativity should understand, and that notion of creativity has been beset by a number of myths. But ancient Chinese and Romans, as Dr. Parson mentions, creativity was a gift from the gods. The 1950s were a watershed moment for creativity. After the Second World War, the Cold War began, and competition for creative solutions to keep technological advantage was intense. It was at this time the first calls for STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. First calls for STEM in education and the associated creativity were made. The science of creativity has made greater progress, and they dispelled the following myths. These are the myths. Creativity is only for gifted, it is not. Creativity is only for those with a mental illness. Creativity only lives in the arts, faculty, art faculty. Creativity cannot be taught. Creativity cannot be learned. Creativity cannot be assessed. Schools kill creativity in the students. Teachers do not understand what creativity is. Teachers do not like creative students. All these are myths. Friends, creativity is an inherent part of learning. There are different levels. A child brings so much spark. I will discuss about the child making the map of world. A child brings home his first drawing from school. It means something to the child, very excited. He's excited with something on front with a pencil and colors, how it is to make such a picture. It may show a very low level of skill, but with a high level of emotional response which inspires the child. If the said drawing or painting is appreciated by others and preserved at home, it will inspire the child more. Feedbacks and suggestions help him improve his skills. Doris Lessing, the Nobel laureate, can mention all the things in an autobiographical book that you will never do. The next level of creativity, as Dr. Patson writes, in low C level of creativity in schools, it is the realm of teachers. The teacher part, in this case, finds a variety of pedagogical approaches which enhances the students' artistic knowledge and skills in art, as well as building their creative competency in making acts of art. The next, the next level of creativity, the big C level, which is the rarefied director of the lab. To take this example to extend the students become one of the greatest genius of all time. The world of education is committed to creativity as our country goes on to adopt a new education policy. As we mentioned, we are also ushering into the age of artificial intelligence. At the same time, we are also discussing about creativity. As our country goes on to adopting a new educational policy, we can look forward to certain new ideas. Creativity is always looked as innovative ways of teaching and learning. It is often positioned as a competency of skill within educational frameworks. However, it is important to remember that incorporation of competencies in the curriculum does not discount the importance of knowledge acquisition. Creativity needs an appropriate physical and social environment. Santiniketan Bodhinath, Satyabali Vanavidyala Bhutpalan Gopal Das, they have given importance of natural environment. They had redesigned the concept of standard classrooms. There are other examples too, but let me confine to this. This includes discipline, persistence, perseverance, and curiosity. The students should be encouraged to look at the problem from multiple perspectives. As Dr. Patson quotes in Japan, students are rewarded for asking multiple questions. The next is supporting the creative process by problem solving or problem posing, which leads to idea generation. And the final stage is that of outcome. It may be tangible or intangible. The teacher can encourage teaching at this level to resilience, perseverance, and understanding. Dear friends, I have only 1 minute. So these are my suggestions for creativity, for bringing creativity in students. One, I'll finish with this. One, use failure as a positive to help students realize errors and meet acceptable standards in a supportive atmosphere. Number two, adapt to students' interest and idea in the classroom whenever possible. Allow time for students to think about and develop their creative ideas. Not all creativity occurs immediately and spontaneously. Create a climate of mutual respect and acceptance between students and teachers, so that students can share, develop, and work together and from one another as well as independently. Be aware of many facets of creativity besides art and crafts. Verbal response, written responses, both in prose and practical, fiction and non-fiction forms too. Encourage divergent learning activity. Be a resource provider and director. Listen and laugh on students. A warm, supportive atmosphere provides freedom and security in exploratory thinking. Allow students to have choices and be a part of the decision-making process. Let them be a part of the control of their education and learning experience. Let everyone get involved and demonstrate the value of involvement by supporting students' ideas and solution to problems. Lastly, 6 regions have been identified as facilitating creativity in children and adults. These are intelligence, knowledge, intellectual style, personality, motivation, and environmental context. I think if we provide students with this sort of atmosphere, we provide students more teacher work, more time for play, and more interaction with students and teachers. I hope through education, through this syllabus or the coming syllabus, we can probably inject in a lot of creative ideas into the children and the students. Thank you very much. नमस्कार। इस समृद्ध पैनल के माननीय अध्यक्ष और जाने-माने शिक्षाविद एवं दार्शनिक प्रोफेसर मृणाल गिरी जी, इस पैनल में शामिल सभी राष्ट्रीय ख्याति के विद्वत्गण और आप सभागार में बैठे आप सभी भारतीय भाषाओं के लेखक एवं प्रतिभागीगण, सबसे पहले तो मैं इस पैनल की तरफ से अपने नवनिर्वाचित अध्यक्ष को बहुत बहुत बधाई देना चाहूँगा कि हमारे समाज से हमारे गजलकार पहली बार जो है इस अकादमी के अध्यक्ष हुए हैं। तो तमाम गजलकारों की ओर से भी मैं इनका बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ और बधाई देता हूँ। बहुत अच्छी अच्छी बातें यहाँ हुई हैं और बहुत ही समृद्ध बातें हुई, इसीलिए उन बातों की पुनरावृत्ति न करते हुए आज सुबह शिक्षा और सृजनात्मकता को लेकर जो थोड़े बहुत विचार मेरे मन में आए, मैंने कुछ बिंदु नोट कर लिए थे। अगर मैं उन बिंदुओं को भी आपके सामने रख दूं तो मेरा समय पूरा हो जाएगा। हम विश्वविद्यालय के अध्यापकों के साथ ये बड़ा धर्म संकट होता है कि कहना शुरू करते तो 10 मिनट में तो हम गर्म ही होते हैं बोलने के लिए, और यह समय ही हमारे पास 10 मिनट का है। तो फिर भी प्रोफेसर कृष्ण मिश्र जी ने जो बातें कही थी और जिस लॉर्ड मेकाले संकेत में उन्होंने वहां से बातें शुरू की थी, मेरे मन में शिक्षा और सृजनात्मकता को लेकर एक द्वंद्व रहा। उस द्वंद्व को मैं छोटे से रूपक से, मैं एक छोटी सी कथा से मैं आपके सामने रखना चाहूंगा। थोड़े पहले की बात है, मैं शांति निकेतन में एक आयोजन में था और आयोजन के बाद हमें उस परिसर में घुमाने के लिए ले जाया गया था। कभी सुनते थे कि वहाँ पेड़ों के नीचे भी शिक्षण होता रहा है, अब तो नहीं होता है, लेकिन विद्या भवन के आसपास कुछ एक पेड़ के नीचे एक कक्षा चल रही थी। वह हमारे नजर में वह कक्षा आ गई और हमें वहाँ ले जाया गया। हम जब वहाँ गए तो शायद वो गणित की कक्षा थी, क्योंकि जो अध्यापक थे वो पेड़ से एक ब्लैक बोर्ड टंगा हुआ था, उस पर वो कुछ लिख रहे थे और समझा रहे थे। पीछे एक बच्चा बैठा हुआ था छोटा सा, वो बार बार जो है उसका ध्यान पेड़ की ठुनगी पर बैठी एक चिड़िया की ओर चली जाती थी। और जब जब शिक्षक की नजर उस बच्चे पर पड़ती थी, वे उसे टोकते थे और कहते थे कि पढ़ाई की ओर ध्यान दीजिए, नहीं तो मैं आपको कक्षा से बाहर कर दूंगा। एक बार, दो बार, दूसरी बार जब वह बच्चा उस चिड़िया की ओर देख रहा था, तभी हमारी टीम 5-7 हम लोग थे और उस विश्व भारती के जो प्रतिकुलपति महोदय थे वही हमें घुमाने के लिए ले गए थे। तो संयोग से हम उसी समय पहुंचे जब वह शिक्षक उस बच्चे को टोक रहा था कि तुम क्यों उस चिड़िया की ओर देख रहे हो, तुम्हारी वजह से मेरी कक्षा जो है वो प्रभावित हो रही है, तो तुम खड़े हो जाओ, तुम्हें इस कक्षा में बैठने की आवश्यकता नहीं। इसको उन्होंने खड़ा कर दिया। प्रतिकुलपति महोदय ने उस शिक्षक से बांग्ला में कहा कि क्लास के बाद आप मेरे चैम्बर में आइए। आधे घंटे के बाद जब हम वहाँ चाय पी रहे थे, वह शिक्षक आया वहां पर। उन्होंने बहुत ही शांत स्वर में पूछा कि वह बच्चा जब आपकी कक्षा में चिड़िया की ओर देख रहा था, पक्षी की ओर देख रहा था, टेबल पर बैठी पक्षी की ओर, तो आपने उसे टोका क्यों? तो वही बातें उन्होंने कही जो उन्होंने कक्षा में कही थी कि इससे जो है मेरा वर्ग प्रभावित हो रहा है। तो उस प्रतिकुलपति महोदय की बातें आज तक मेरे जीवन में है। इसके 12-13 साल हो गए, आज तक मैं उसे याद करता हूँ। उन्होंने कहा कि आप जो शिक्षा दे रहे हैं, जो नॉलेज दे रहे हैं, ये केवल सूचना है जो कई पुस्तकों से आपने प्राप्त की है, लेकिन वो बच्चा जो चिड़िया को देख रहा था, हो सकता है कि उस पक्षी को देखते हुए उसके मन में कुछ कोमल भावनाएं उदित हो रही हो सकता है कि ये बच्चा आगे चलकर कोई कवि हो जाए, कोई और भी दूसरे अनुशासन में जाकर कोई बड़ा व्यक्ति हो जाए। आपने तो उसकी रुचि की हत्या कर दी। उसके भीतर जो एक क्रिएशन चल रहा होगा, एक क्रिएटिविटी के भाव जन्म ले रहे होंगे, आपने उसकी हत्या अभी ही कर दी। ये गलत है। तो वो घटना आज मुझे याद आती है जब मैं शिक्षा और सृजनात्मकता पर आज यहाँ चर्चा के लिए एक समृद्ध पैनल के साथ हम बैठे हुए हैं। ये शिक्षा और सृजनात्मकता में जैसा कि प्रोफेसर मिश्र ने कहा कि कई बार हमें द्वंद्व दिखते हैं कि कैसे कोई संबंध हो सकता है, लेकिन मैं सोचता हूँ कभी कभी कि नहीं, कुछ तो संबंध है। क्या है? जो कुछ मैंने सृजनात्मकता को लेकर मेरे जहन में बात आती रही है, क्योंकि मैं कवि हूँ, मैं कथाकार हूँ, मेरी लगभग 49 किताबें छपी हुई हैं, कविता, कहानी, आलोचना और भाषा विज्ञान के फील्ड में। तो उन अनुभवों के आधार पर जो सृजनात्मकता को लेकर मेरे मन में विचार आए हैं, केवल मैं वही आपसे साझा करूंगा। बाकी तो बड़ी बड़ी बातें, ऊंची ऊंची बातें अभी आपने सुनी है। मेरे मन में आता है कि सामान्य रूप से जब हम किसी वस्तु, घटना या किसी व्यवस्था के बारे में विचार करते हैं तो मन में अनेक प्रकार के विचार हमारे मन में उठते हैं। उत्पन्न विचारों के व्यवहारिक रूप देते हुए उसके पक्ष या विपक्ष, लाभ या हानि संबंधी भाव भी प्रकट होते हैं। इससे अपने विचारों की सार्थकता या निरर्थकता का आभास होता है। सार्थक विचारों को व्यवहार में, प्रयोग में जब हम लाते हैं तो यही सृजनात्मक चिंतन का रूप लेता है। मेरे विचार से बात यह भी आई कि यदि हम सृजनात्मकता को अपने समझना चाहे या समझाना चाहे तो क्या कह सकते हैं। कई लोगों ने कहा और अभी भी कुछ बातें सामने आई, खास करके प्रोफेसर मेरी ने भी कहा शुरू में कि सृजनात्मक चिंतन का आशय उन कार्यों से है जिनके माध्यम से नवीन विचारों, वस्तुओं या व्यवस्थाओं का सृजन संभव है। एक अन्य वक्ता की बातें सामने आई, उनसे मिलती जुलती बात है कि सृजनात्मक चिंतन का आशय मस्तिष्क उद्वेलन की उस प्रक्रिया से है जिसमें किसी एक विषय पर अनेक प्रकार के विचार उत्पन्न होते हैं। उन विचारों के आधार पर नवीन एवं उपयोगी वस्तुओं या विचारों का सृजन होता है। तो कुल मिलाकर हम ये कह सकते हैं सृजनात्मकता को लेकर कि सृजनात्मक चिंतन का आधार नवीन विचारों एवं उपयोगी वस्तुओं का सृजन करना है। इसका संबंध भौतिक जगत से है, प्रत्यय जगत से नहीं है। सृजनात्मक चिंतन मानसिक प्रक्रिया के साथ साथ कौशलात्मक प्रक्रिया से भी संबंध रखता है। तो आप सहज ही एक बात आती है कि आखिर उस सृजनात्मकता की पहचान कैसे करेंगे, कैसे हम उस सृजनात्मक प्रक्रिया को पहचानेंगे कि किसी व्यक्ति में वे गुण उदित हो रहे हैं। तो मेरे ख्याल से वो 2-3 बातें हैं। पहली बातें हम विशेषताओं के द्वारा, कुछ विशेषताओं का उनमें जो है उन्मेष होना शुरू होता है जिसके माध्यम से हम वहां तक पहुंचते हैं। दूसरा है सृजनात्मक क्रिया के द्वारा और तीसरा है सृजनात्मक परीक्षण के द्वारा। ये जो विशेषताएं हैं, ये जो क्रियात्मक रूप है या ये जो उसका परीक्षण है, इसके द्वारा हम उस क्रिएटिविटी तक, उस सृजनात्मकता तक पहुंचते हैं। तो मित्रों, कुल मिलाकर सृजनात्मकता के पक्ष में, उसकी विशेषता के पक्ष में जो 2-3 बातें मेरे मन में आई है वो मैं पहले ही आपको बता दूं। प्रोफेसर मिश्र जी ने भी कहा, बहुत बढ़िया कहा उन्होंने, कि सृजनात्मकता जो है यह केवल प्रक्रिया या योग्यता है, ये उत्पाद नहीं है। ये उत्पाद नहीं है। हमें उसका आभास होता है कि कोई अगर कविता लिखता है, कोई अगर कहानी लिखता है तो ये उसका उत्पाद है, पर ये उत्पाद, ये सृजन है। लेकिन सृजनात्मकता जो है प्रक्रिया ही है। सभी व्यक्तियों में भिन्न प्रकार की तथा भिन्न श्रेणी की सृजनात्मकता पाई जाती है। यह केवल चुने हुए व्यक्ति तक ही सीमित नहीं रहती, बल्कि यह सभी व्यक्तियों में पाया जाने वाला एक सामान्य गुण है। और इसी तरह की बहुत सारी बातें हैं। उन बातों की चर्चा अगर मैं करूंगा तो मेरा समय निकल जाएगा, और जो बातें मैं यहाँ कहने के लिए खड़ा हुआ हूँ वो बातें मुझसे रह जाएंगी। मैं बातें वहीं तक करना चाहूंगा जो शिक्षा के संदर्भ में प्रोफेसर मिश्र कह रहे थे। 1832 से 36 के बीच पहली बार शिक्षा नीति आई थी लॉर्ड मेकाले के निर्देशन में, और ठीक कहा गया कि उस समय ये समझा गया था कि जो भारतीय भाषाओं के माध्यम से जो ज्ञान और विज्ञान के अनुशासन है हमारे यहाँ, और जो हम किसी को देते हैं
वो अनुपयोगी है, वो ज्ञान नहीं है। और मूल बात तो यह थी कि यहाँ के लोगों पर दास्ता के अतुलनीय दुष्चक्र को लादने के लिए जो है अंग्रेजी को जब लाया गया था, और ये माना गया था कि जो अंग्रेजी विज्ञान है ब्रिटिश लाइब्रेरी के एक अलमारी के खाने में, उतना ज्ञान तो संपूर्ण भारत में नहीं। तब क्या हुआ, यहाँ पर अंग्रेजी ला दी गई और अपनी भाषा में, क्योंकि ये दुनिया भर में जितने स्कॉलर्स हैं सभी ये कहते हैं क्रिएटिविटी, सृजनात्मकता का उन्मेष जो है वो अपनी भाषा में, जो आपकी अपनी भाषा उसमें जितनी तीव्रता से वो आपके अंदर आई वो दूसरी भाषा में नहीं आ सकती है। और वहाँ ये पहला बड़ा प्रहार किया था। तब से लेकर अब तक बहुत सारी शिक्षा नीतियां आई हमारे यहाँ, लेकिन ये पहला अवसर है जो पिछले दिनों जिसकी चर्चा प्रोफेसर मिश्र कर रहे थे कि नई शिक्षा नीति आई और जिसमें पहली बार मातृभाषा को ये जगह दी गई कि आरंभिक शिक्षा जो है वो मातृभाषा में दी जाए, जिसके माध्यम से यह जो क्रिएटिविटी है, यह जो सृजनात्मकता है वो आएगी। और जब यह सृजनात्मकता, इस सृजनात्मकता का उन्मेष होगा तभी हम मौलिक विचारों का उन्मेष कर सकते हैं, तभी हम नए नए ज्ञान विज्ञान की शाखाओं का प्रस्फोट भी कर सकेंगे। चिंता व्यक्त की गई इस मंच से, आखिर क्या कारण है कि रवि बाबू के बाद आज तक इस देश में किसी को नोबेल प्राइज नहीं मिला। हम पुरस्कारों के अनुपेक्ष में साहित्य के सृजनात्मकता को नहीं देते, लेकिन फिर भी ये मानना तो पड़ेगा कि देश दुनिया में ज्ञान विज्ञान की शाखाओं को लेकर जितने उच्च विचार व्यक्त किए जाते हैं, आखिर हिंदी में या भारतीय भाषा में वो क्यों नहीं है। हालांकि मैं तो भारतीय भाषाओं के साहित्य को मैं निरंतर देखता रहा हूँ और मैं जानता हूँ कि यहाँ बहुत ही उच्च कोटि का साहित्य है, लेकिन फिर भी जिस ओर हमारा संकेत है पुरस्कारों के व्यतिक्रम को लेकर उसको देखते हुए वह नहीं अगर है तो हमें इसकी चिंता करनी पड़ेगी। और जब हम इसकी चर्चा करेंगे तब बार बार नई शिक्षा नीति के माध्यम से जो मातृभाषा को प्रमोट करने की बात की गई है, उसे आगे बढ़ाने की बात की गई है, उसकी प्रासंगिकता बार बार देखने को सामने आएगी। मित्रों, बातें बहुत कही जा सकती है और मेरे भीतर एक ये द्वंद है कि बोलने के लिए बहुत सारी बातें हैं, किसी छोर को मैं शुरू करूं तो फिर पर्ची में आ जाए, इसलिए अपने विचारों को मैं समेटता हुआ केवल और केवल इतना कहूंगा कि मातृभाषा और जो देसी भाषाएं हैं उसके माध्यम से ज्ञान विज्ञान की शाखाओं का प्रस्फोट होना चाहिए। और अगर प्रोफेसर कट्टीमणि जी ने, प्रोफेसर मृणाल मेरी जी ने यह काम नई शिक्षा नीति के माध्यम से करने की कोशिश की है तो सचमुच पूरे भारतवर्ष के लोगों की तरफ से आप बधाई के पात्र हैं सर, और मैं आपका बार बार नमन करता हूं। और इन्हीं चंद शब्दों के साथ मैं अपनी बातों को, अपने विचारों को यही विराम दूंगा। अकादमी ने मुझे याद किया इस अवसर पर, इस अनुष्ठान, इस साहित्य उत्सव में बोलने के लिए मैं अकादमी के प्रति भी बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। धन्यवाद।
प्रोफेसर नीरी साहब, प्रोफेसर अनिसुल रहमान, प्रोफेसर शिवनारायण भाई, प्रोफेसर गिरीश्वर मिश्र जी, प्रोफेसर दास जी, हमारे नए अध्यक्ष मेरे भाई प्रोफेसर माधव कौशिक साहब, सभी भाइयों प्रणाम। I must be thankful to all my co-panelists. They have spoken, analyzed all parts of creativity and education. And I have two small stories to tell about what is creativity and what is education. It is all discussed in my new book, Creativity 2020. So, मैं अमरकंटक में कुरुपति था, जंगल के बीचों बीच। तो एक दिन गाड़ी में जा रहा था शाम में, तब कुछ आदिवासी बच्चे भैंस चराते हुए खेल रहे, तो अपने गाड़ी को वो अचानक मार जंगल के बीचों बीच है, वो टाइगर रिजर्व है। तो मैंने अपने गाड़ी वाले को कहा कि रुको, मैं बच्चों से बात करता हूं।
उन्होंने कहा कि साहब ये तो शेर आते हैं। अरे कुछ नहीं होता वो, मैं गया उन बच्चों के साथ बात करते, उनका खेल रुक गया, जैसे मैं गया उनका खेल रुक गया। फिर थोड़ी सी गोंडी आती है, मुझे गोंडी में बात करना शुरू किया तो वो लोग मेरे पास आ गए। तो ये अच्छा सा लड़का था, उनको लच्छा उनका नाम है, उनको लेकर आगे जंगल में बात करते करते जाने लगा। मैंने उनसे पूछा, क्या बेटा आप इंग्लिश बात करते हो? उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं। मैंने कहा कि क्या करोगे आगे जाकर? फिर मैंने उस बच्चे से पूछा, तुम गणित जानते हो? तो उन्होंने पूछा गणित क्या होता है? फिर मैंने पूछा कि तुम्हारा जीवन बर्बाद हो जाएगा, तुम कुछ भी नहीं जानते हो, कैसे आदिवासी लोग आगे आएंगे? मैं आदिवासी कुलपति हूँ विश्वविद्यालय का। तब तक शेर दहाड़ने की आवाज आई। तो उस बच्चे ने कहा कि कुलपति साहब आपको पेड़ चढ़ना आता है? और वो पेड़ चढ़ गए और वहां से बोला, आपको पेड़ चढ़ना नहीं आता तो अभी आप खा जाएंगे। तो पेड़ चढ़ना क्या कला है, सृजनात्मकता है या नहीं है? NEP talks about who should not force fish to swim in the, we should not force fish to climb the tree, and we are forcing monkey to swim in the water. मनुष्य का जो स्वभाव है, वो स्वभाव को देखकर एजुकेशन देनी चाहिए, है ना? एजुकेशन देनी चाहिए। अपर असम में जोरहाट के पास एक मिशन ट्राइब का एक आदमी है, जादव पेंग। उनको खिताब दी गई है, ही इज ए फॉरेस्ट मैन ऑफ इंडिया। मैं 3-4 बार उनसे मिलने गया। वो 7वीं तक पढ़े, उसके बाद छोड़ दिया। 30 बरस से लगातार ब्रह्मपुत्रा के बीचों बीच जो बहुत बड़ा द्वीप है, वहां 1500 प्लस एकड़ का फॉरेस्ट अकेले ने तैयार किया। तो वो एजुकेटेड है या अनएजुकेटेड है? उन्होंने जो फॉरेस्ट निर्माण किया, ही मेड फॉरेस्ट को नहीं बचाया, नहीं, फॉरेस्ट को बनाया। क्या ये बनाने की जो कला है, कितने डेप्यूटी फॉरेस्ट ऑफिसर्स ने किया है, कंजर्वेटर ऑफ फॉरेस्ट ऑफिसर्स ने किया है नहीं। उन लोगों ने करोड़ों खर्च किया, इन्होंने 1 पैसा लोगों से नहीं लिया। मोदी साहब ने ये ट्राइबल लेडी को वेस्टर्न घाट से गौरी तुलसी गौड़ा को बहुत बड़ा प्राइज दिया। तुलसी गौड़ा एक पहली कक्षा तक क्लास नहीं गई, लेकिन राष्ट्रपति भवन में उन्होंने पद्मश्री कैसे लिया? अनएजुकेटेड है तो वो नहीं ले सकती थी, मोदी जी नहीं दे सकते थे। तो इस तुलसी गौड़ा की उस एजुकेशन को, जादव पेंग के उस एजुकेशन को, क्या हमारी एजुकेशन सिस्टम में जगह है? जगह नहीं है तो हम अनपढ़ों को तैयार करें। राइट। दूसरा उदाहरण मैं आपको देना चाहूंगा। सेंट्रल इंडिया में पाटणगढ़ नामक एक छोटा सा गांव है डिंडोरी जिले में। वहां जनगढ़ सिंह श्याम नामक एक वंड ट्राइब लड़के अपने पूरे गांव में चित्र बनाता था, पूरे गांव में चित्र बनाता था। स्वामीनाथन, आप जानते हैं स्वामीनाथन, वो भारत भवन में, भोपाल के भारत भवन में ट्राइबल पेंटिंग होना चाहिए, वो ढूंढते ढूंढते पाटनगढ़ गए। मैं भी कई बार में भी मोर देन 100 टाइम्स मैं पाटनगढ़ में रुका। तो वहां पूरा देखा उन्होंने, तो फिर ये लड़का कौन है बनाने वाला, वो गोबर से बनाया है, मिट्टी से बनाया, ये सब। तो उस लड़के के पास गया और उसको मनाकर वो भोपाल ले गए और वहां चित्र बनाया, और वो लड़के के साथ जापान के, इंग्लैंड के, अमेरिका के आर्टिस्ट मिला दिया। उन लोगों से मिलने के बाद उनके आर्ट में बहुत बड़ी तेजी आ गई, बहुत बड़ा स्ट्रोक आ गया, बहुत बड़े अच्छे पेंटिंग्स आ गए। ये एजुकेशन का बहुत बड़ा खेल है। उसके बाद देखिए वो दुनिया भर घूमने लगी, केवल बॉडी जानते थे, दुनिया भर उनको घुमाने लगे लोग, और जापान में लेक्चर के लिए, वो प्रदर्शन के लिए गए, और कहा जाता है मिस्टरी कि उन्होंने आत्महत्या की। सो सवर पेंटिंग है उड़ीसा और मेरे राज्य आंध्र प्रदेश में है, और वो सवर पेंटिंग वो लोग बनाते हैं जिन्होंने क्लासरूम का फेस नहीं देखा। हमारे जैसे बड़े बड़े प्रोफेसर उनका नाम देखा। बंडवानी डांस है, कर्मा डांस है, संथाली डांस है, शैला डांस है सेंट्रल इंडिया में। ये कला है, ये विद्या है, और आई एम थैंकफुल टू अनिसुर रहमान जी, उन्होंने उसका जिक्र किया। मतलब कला, संगीत, नाटक, विद्या सब कुछ है। एजुकेशन को बदलना, एजुकेशन को क्यों बदलना है, कौन बदलेंगे? हम मास्टर लोगों को बदलना। हम मास्टर लोग कैसे बदलेंगे? हमको बदलने की सीख होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि बस है ना, ये मेरा ट्रेनिंग है, मैं हिंदी का प्रोफेसर हूँ, सर भी बैठे इधर मेरे दोस्त। हमको ये बताया गया, अरे भैया तुम्हारी हिंदी 40 वर्ष की है, बहुत सारी हिंदी बदल गई, तो ये हमको सीखनी है। तो मैं सर I will complete now. What is the role of education in creativity? The role of education is to give a scope of modernization, the reaching the other people, and at the same time, as I am doing as Vice Chancellor of Tribal Universities, to teach the artists, painters, dancers, musicians, the best cook, the best culinary artist. देखिए, खाना बनाना विद्या है ना मैडम? तो ताली नहीं बजा रहे। खाना बनाना विद्या है। खाना बनाना केवल माँ बना सकती है, तो कट्टी मेरी फिजूल है। मैं अनपढ़ हूँ खाना बनाने में, माँ बहुत सशक्त है। ये एनईपी बात है। इसकी बात एनईपी करती है एजुकेशन which is already there, जो गिरीश्वर मिश्र भाई कह रहे थे, which is available in India, which is available in people. पेरू की एक ट्राइबल की कहानी पढ़ रहा था सर within a minute. A young lady with modern dress, she was introducing her house. This is my hut. It is more than 1,000 years old. See, उनका घर more than 1,000 years old, and we have very limited source of income and source of everything, but we are not poor. वो लड़की कहती है, वो हम गरीब नहीं हैं, हम संतुष्ट हैं। जो शिक्षा, एजुकेशन, हमें टू अर्न मोर की बात करती है, टू ग्रैब एवरीथिंग की बात करती है। भारतीय विद्या यहाँ ये बात नहीं करती। भारतीय विद्या, भारतीय समाज, ट्राइबल समाज कहती है, ट्राइबल समाज कहता है मछली बहुत होंगे नदी में, नर्मदा मैया में, गंगा मैया में, लेकिन तुम्हारे लिए कितना चाहिए? एक है ना, एक ही पकड़ो, कल के लिए कल जाओ और एक पकड़ो। ये एजुकेशन है, ये विद्या है। और ये स्पोर्ट्स, डांस, म्यूजिक, आर्ट में ट्राइब्स बहुत आगे हैं। मैंने एक बड़ा पत्र लिखा देश के स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर को, आपको झारखंड में ट्राइबल यूनिवर्सिटी, हमारे टोपो साहब, महादेव टोपो बैठे हैं झारखंड से, और झारखंड में सेंट्रल स्पोर्ट्स यूनिवर्सिटी होना चाहिए, नहीं तो ओडिशा में होना चाहिए। क्यों? विदाउट एनी हेल्प they are making wonders in sports, they are making wonders in hockey, they are making wonders in football, they are making wonders in rugby. यदि हम उनको सपोर्ट करेंगे, क्योंकि ट्राइब्स में आपको मिनरल्स खिलाने की जरूरत नहीं है, they are mineral, we are mineral rich. The thing is, हमको मिनरल खाना है कि how to support good people, how to support natural people with natural strength. ये विद्या का काम है, यद्यपि इसकी बात करती है। इसीलिए हम जो विद्या के पुजारी लोग हैं, मास्टर लोग हैं, टीचर लोग हैं, रजिस्ट्रार लोग हैं, कुलपति लोग हैं, हमको अडैप्टेबिलिटी सीखनी। We have to change our mindset that we know everything, we know little, many things these people also know. With these few words, I conclude here. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Hind.
You've heard all the panelists, different points of view, and array of suggestions, opinions about the state of education and the link between education, creativity in our country and maybe worldwide. One view was that education has done nothing to promote creativity. But this is true not just of our country, but true almost all over the world. But another view was a compromise. Education can promote creativity, but education has other things to do. It doesn't prepare people for taking part in our economy and that sort of thing. And you don't need creativity for that. But education is a compromise for education can promote creativity, but this is separate from other areas of education. So that's another one. And we just heard Professor Katyuri say that, well, the education perhaps cannot be found in educational institutions. It is mostly found outside educational institutions. Boy climbing a tree with utmost kind of use, arts or ease. And the wisdom, the natural wisdom of communities about preservation of nature, about not catching too many fish at one go, not getting fish shabar, and so on. That sort of thing. So education, the creativity outside the we heard all these things. And now it is for the members of the audience to make comments, ask questions, and so on. What kind of questions?
In 10 minutes, you can take 3 questions. You can take 3 questions. Yeah, you can take 3 questions, and I request everybody, whoever wants to ask questions, please introduce yourself and ask questions. Please do not give your comment. Comments can be kept out of that. Now, before they are being asked, what is the role of memory? Memory, people have talked about memory in creativity. So I think that one point was missed out. The other side of the memory, when rote learning was presented by 3-4 people, what is the role of memory? Right from personality to
This is a wonderful question. See, tribes make paintings. They are making Ramayana, Mahabharata. And one painting I would like to tell, which painting I have donated to Rajapal of Madhya Pradesh. In a painting, there were 3 lokas. 3 lokas. One is water loka, pani loka. Second is the surface, bhumi loka. Another one is akasha loka. Extremely a good painting. Then I asked him to make another painting like that. He could not make it. Little differently made. And while making this, he has painted Sita, Rama, Lakshmana, Jatayu. Jatayu is the pet person for travel painters. Once I asked him, तुमने पढ़ा रामायण महाभारत? उन्होंने नो, प्रदीप, उनका नाम प्रदीप है, प्रदीप गोटी, नहीं पढ़ा। फिर कैसे? ने हम बैठते थे गांव में, रामायण होता था, महाभारत होता था, सुन सुन के मैंने ये बना दिया। ये मेमोरीज हैं, और हम भारतवासी उनको हम सुनना नहीं चाहते, लेकिन हम सुनते हैं, हमारे कानों पर पड़ते हैं, हमारे भित्ति पर पड़ती है कि ये हमारी यादगार है, ये हमारा रामायण है, महाभारत।
May I just it's a very interesting question. I must say, memory, the role of memory. We have a variety of memories. One is individual personal memory. The other is this communal memory of the community. Then you have the national and otherwise a very collective consciousness or subconscious that you see. There are several sources of that. I would just refer to one poem. Many in the audience must have read, or at least if not read, heard about that. The poem is called Kubla Khan, and it's by Coleridge. And he had a dream, and he woke up. He started writing those lines feverishly, and suddenly there was a knock at the door. Some visitor from a place called Porlock had come. He went, opened the door, and came back after visiting, attending to him, and by the time most of the poem was lost to him. So you will see that in the poem there is a big gap. You read the poem in one way up to a particular few lines, and after that the whole the poem changes, takes a turn different ways. Memory does help in a very big way in constructing. Memory is itself is a propeller. It helps you create. And there are in the hinterlands of my, for example, who taught me to tell stories. The person who used to cook for us, Abdul Ghafoor, he taught in the nights. There was सब लोग खाना खाने के लिए तैयार होते थे. मेरे फादर प्रैक्टिस करते थे, डॉक्टर थे. तो जब आ गए क्लिनिक से तो बंद हो गया सब कुछ, तो रोटी पकाने बैठते तो मैं वहीं बैठता. And I used to listen to his. So he was not an educated person at all. But he had his memories, and he used to concoct stories. So memory is one of the propellers. It makes way for creativity.
Thank you, sir. Please raise your hand. Yeah, just one. We'll start with Chandra. We'll start with Chandra. Please, sir, बैठिए. Yes, sir. I'll come to you. Please.
I will just take one minute.
Go ahead.
My name is Chandra Mohan. I taught in Delhi. My question or comment is related to Professor Miri. Sir. My query or question very briefly is related to your comment when you say that Tagore and Gandhi come in the category of genius. I fully agree with you. But don't you think that the solidarity of empathy underlies in their approach to education as well as creativity? Both of them differed on many accounts, but at the same time, when they thought of humanity at large, they combined, they came forward, and their creativity also went to the shore. This is my question.
That's what Professor Miri. You, sir.
It's interesting that both of them talk about education in a very deep kind of fashion. Tagore talked about education in a very broad kind of perspective. Gandhi talked about education in a village, the village community, village children, and then going out in the ocean itself. So, I mean, both of them, each of them had very new ideas about education. But unfortunately, because they created what they helped in creating institutions. And in fact, they got saw something they were carrying out. So, but what is happened to these institutions is
Sir, what is your name?
My name is Dr. Haji Mohammed Azam.
Okay, what's your
My question is, not question is a sort of suggestion. It's not actually a question. And because I came just now, I don't know if we create perhaps if previous somebody might have told it or I don't know. But apart, I only mentioned that I'm going to mention that सृजनात्मकता का संबंध जो है वो परिवर्तन से घनिष्ठ निगडित है. जब तक परिवर्तन नहीं होगा तब तक सृजनात्मकता आ ही नहीं सकती. हाँ, मिसाल के तौर पर किसान बुआई करता है, बीज बोता है तो बीज जो है भूमि में अंतर्धान होता है. भूमि ये तो सृजनात्मक सबसे श्रेष्ठ घटक है. उस घटक में यदि उसको ठीक तरह से पानी वगैरह जो भी दिखा हुआ है, रख रखा है, यदि यथा समय न हो वो बीज निष्क्रिय होता है. बीज को सक्रिय बनाने के लिए जैसे किसान उससे बहुत बड़ी रक्षा करता है और उसको पानी लेकर उसके ऊपर संवर्धन करता है और जैसे ही वो कोमल बाहर आता है निकल वैसे ही का पानी किया है. तो साहित्य का भी संबंध ठीक वैसे ही है. जैसे देखिए बच्चों का जो स्टूडेंट चिल्ड्रन जो होते हैं तो वो भी एक प्रकार से ऐसे ही शिक्षापद के तरफ नहीं, वो लालायित होते हैं. तो उनका आप उनकी यथा योग्य शिक्षापद का उनमें से पैदा करना ये शिक्षक का काम है. और यहाँ पर शिक्षक की भूमिका बहुत अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण है. तो इस दृष्टि से मैं एक सामान्य पाठक या कुछ नहीं हूँ. आप मुझे जो लगा वो मैंने कहा.
So, together we can save time. We have 3 questions. Please ask, please.
मेरा नाम क्षमा शर्मा है. मैं लेखिका हूँ, पत्रकार हूँ. कच्चीमणि जी से सवाल. आपने कहा कि खाना बनाना एक बहुत बड़ी कला है. मैं भी मानती हूँ और इस कला के बहुत उपयोग भी किए, लेकिन इन दिनों हम ही लोगों ने मान लिया है कि खाना बनाना एक्सप्लॉयटेशन है. इसको क्या कहिएगा?
हम लोग सीख लेंगे. अब हमारा क्वेश्चन करिए.
Final question.
क्षमा जी इन्होंने ये नहीं कहा कि कला, इन्होंने कहा विद्या है. मैं ये कहने वाला था कि ये कला है.
Professor Hare Krishna Sarpati, after hearing the thought-provoking deliberations and presentations of the revered panelists, it seems that the concept of this thrust area, education creativity, has been made very clear. It's crystal clear. My compliments to all of you. Education and creativity both are interconnected. As mentioned by Shah, Bhagarthamiva Samprukto. I should say that education and creativity are both sides of the same coin. If education becomes a flower, then creativity is its fragrance. Without creativity, education is incomplete. Shah has referred to the natural learning. There are 8 types of learning. One is formal learning, which we are imparting in the formal education institutions. Informal learning, open university system, and another learning which is natural learning. Tak swayam yoga sanchiti kalena atmani vidyati. So you are referring to the professors of practice, whether they have got to formal education or not, that's immaterial for us. Because the concept of education is something different. Adhyatma jnana nityatvam tattva jnanartha darshanam. Etas jnanam iti proktam ajnanam jadato vyata. Education is the manifestation of the perfection, manifestation of the internal divine components of the human being. And so now, whether it is the 7 steps of education, that is the concept and the curriculum, teacher, teaching, learning, and this what you call the research and extension activities and atmosphere. You see, everywhere they have becoming very brief. You have decided that this session should continue up to 1:30. That is it. Why are you becoming so hurry? Let us have a discussion. It's a open forum. It's very important. It's very important. Don't get what, my dear friend. No, I am becoming very brief. So you see, so far as the concept of education is concerned, creativity is associated. Unless we think of creativity, the education, the purpose of education cannot be served. Swami Sivananda says, education is responsible for ensuring the development of body, mind and soul, harmonious development of body, mind and soul. And the curriculum, creativity is required for designing a curriculum, so that while imparting education, we are not focusing on curricular education or extracurricular education. To me, there is another type of education, transcurricular education. And transcurricular education is very important. Natural learning is very important. So that unless and until we focus on transcurricular education, the purpose of education cannot be achieved. And then teachers, the activities of a teacher are not only confined to the 4 walls of a classroom, but his activities, or he is not a teacher who is only paid for his profession, but he is Tvameva Mahata, Chapita, Tvameva, Bandhurcha, Saka, Tvameva. The teaching methodology, creativity is required. Yes, Professor Takimani was referring to my university, Tribal University, Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences. The founder of that institute, once I was Vice Chancellor there also. I was Vice Chancellor in Central University, Tirupati for 2 terms. Dr. Samanta called me, sir, I want that you just give a message to your teachers that while teaching, they should teach with a human touch. It's creativity. So teaching, dissemination of knowledge is also associated with the creativity. And then research activity, the findings, that if the findings are innovative, it is also connected with the creativity. Then natural atmosphere, Gaurav Hari Das has referred to, that I have learned my education from teacher, and actual education we have to learn from the nature. Yes, a Gurukula type atmosphere is to be generated in each and every campus of the university and educational campuses, so that this knowledge, which is Paravidya as you are referring, yes, Paravidya is required, Aparavidya is required. The science is required, art is required, and at the same time everything is required. So creativity and education, I think they are all inseparable. Both these things are inseparable, and it's a very good topic. And the discussions have been very, very fruitful and thought-provoking. Thank you very much.
I have a question.
So thank you very much, Professor Mrinal Miri, and all the family. And such a wonderful session we had. So maybe next festival we will invite more people and we have more sessions on this topic. And the audience will break for lunch now, or we'll be assembled in the same hall for tribal record. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
अभी सही चल रहा है अभी
Thank you. हम सीख जाएंगे हमारे उसी मुद्दा भी अलग है How are you? सर बेटा ये नाम है ना सर आपने इंस्पायर कर
चिंता ना कोई सब सत्यवादी को तने कोई दिले कौन मालूम
जी सही बात हो गई है खाना बनता है